Second, guys, this is what Jaden looks like in real life. Wow. Mommy? Wow, I didn't know she was a goth mommy. Ooh la la.
Well, it looks like Colleen has pissed off the internet again. I would be lying if I said that this video is entirely about her, but a pretty substantial amount of it is going to be about what she said about Jaden animations. Because I've noticed a very weird phenomenon happening. I wouldn't say recently, it's been happening since, God, who knows how fucking long. But I feel like it's worth talking about because it's a strange fucking phenomenon. What is the deal with people sexualizing asexual people? Hello there, I'm Lucas, the doofus behind this art channel, and today I'm going to be talking exactly about that, but purely my opinion. I did absolutely no research. I more or less just wanted to show off this really cool drawing that I did. And what's funny is that this video was originally going to be about art block. Not that anybody needed my input on such a, well-documented, I wouldn't say a disease, more of burnout isn't the right word either. You know what I mean. You wouldn't need my input on that. But as someone who is asexual, I feel like I am probably a little bit qualified for this video. Now that isn't to say that non-ace people can't talk about this, but it's a little too close to home. So, okay, I'm gonna talk about Jaden animations first. She is ace. She's talked about it before, there was a whole, coming out video, I think. And they've talked about not enjoying all of that weird, NSFW art that people would draw of them, all the time for some reason. Yeah, of course, that's weird and you're sexualizing a real fucking person without their consent. That's weird. And I feel like more people doubled down on it after Jaden fucking came out for some reason. Bro, leave them alone. And Colleen, calling Jaden a goth mommy is fucking weird. And of course, we all know Colleen is known to be edgy and saying edgy and weird stuff that people fucking hate. And she is doing it for clout. Of course, I'm doing this video for fucking clout too. But do we have to sexualize Jaden like that? Can't you just, I don't know, yossify her, as you put it? Do you have to fucking say that about her? Is that not a little weird? But again, that is just rage bait just to get people to comment. And I guess I fucking fell for it because here I am commenting on it. And Jaden is the furthest from goth too, but we're not gonna get into that. It's not just ace creators too. It's also canonically ace characters. For example, Alistair from what's it called? Has Been Hotel. I haven't watched Has Been Hotel. I watched the pilot, but I haven't seen the actual cartoon that came out on Amazon Prime. But I know some of the characters by name, and Alistair is unfortunately one of those characters that I know. He's a fan favorite and all that. And that's cool, that's fine, whatever. He's also canonically Arrow Ace. And I've noticed a lot of people sexualizing him and also shipping him. Especially with Charlie, which is a little weird because they have like a father-daughter relationship, and that was also established in that one episode, or that one song that I can't fucking get out of my head. It's been played shout out to Lucifer though, he's kind of hot. Anyways, it's like when you bring up that Alistair is canonically Arrow Ace, people get fucking mad. And they only double down harder on sexualizing Alistair. Which, you can be Ace and, still participate in, like, sexual acts and stuff. Which, I know how that sounds. Believe me, I know. What? An Ace person, like, participating in sexual acts? That's what? Insane. No, it happens. Not all Ace people are, like, sex repulsed, Like, there's definitely sex-positive Ace people out there. It's just one of those things that happens. But not every Ace person is going to be sex-positive, Because just like every community out there, Ace people aren't a fucking monolith. But there are boundaries with certain people that shouldn't be fucking breached, Like, you're purposefully sexualizing an Ace person or an Ace character when there's not that much Arrow Ace representation out there in media or just in general, like, creative spaces. And what blows is that some people completely, like, ignore the fact that not every relationship, like, has to be romantic or sexual. A good way to build foundations for character relationships is to focus on how they are around each other when not engaging in those romantic or sexual behaviors. Sometimes your characters' relationships are going to be based on sex, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it does make it sort of lazy, fetishy writing. And of course, I don't mean to be prudish, Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But, like, sometimes there's more to characters than just that. I think that's why most people really like, what's his name? Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3. Like, bro, he's such a well-written character. But I digress. This is not about him. Circling back, people tend to get really fucking angry when you bring up a character is Ace, canonically. Don't get me wrong, they do this for all sort of, like, sexualities or sometimes even gender identities. But why do people get so upset? Like, it's just, strange, like, that this character, is technically canonically this sort of thing, but why do they get so mad? And this isn't to knock headcanons or whatever, but I feel like the reason some people get so mad is because they find the fact that this character or person is unattainable in their eyes alluring. And not in the usual parasocial sense that, like, I don't know this person, they're halfway across the world, of course we're never gonna meet and never going to have any sort of romantic, like, what's it called, relationship of any sort, that's completely unrealistic. it's in a completely different, way more dangerous parasocial way. Because I've noticed as an ace person, when I tell people that I'm ace, it's like they have this sort of visceral reaction. Like, they think it's such a terrible thing for me and my partner. And sometimes they'll even try to bring me into sexual, like, conversations to try and fix me or something. It's like there's something about the quote-unquote unavailability that draws people in. And with the case of Jaden Animations, who has previously had a really huge problem of people drawing NSFW of their little avatar, it's like, now that we know 100% Jaden is ace, people want more in a sexual sense, because there's no way that Jaden would give that content willingly, which most allosexual people with a, like, audience online wouldn't do. But again, it's that unavailability that draws people in. I'm in a relationship, but for the longest time, when I would tell people that I was ace, that wouldn't deter them. They would get closer, which is nice. I thought that it was because they liked me, but it's because they wanted to see if they could fix me. And I think that's sort of that allure from the availability that people want, is fixing you if you are ace. It's weird. You know, like, I can't be the only one that's fucking seen this, right? And with Jaden, they've consistently talked about how they don't enjoy having that sort of content made of them, like being sexualized. They don't fucking like it. Go figure, the asexual person doesn't like to be sexualized. Who'd have fucking thunk? I don't know if Jaden said anything about this whole Colleen situation. Frankly, I don't think they will, because Jaden's too big of a creator to actually, like, care. But, like, it's still a little strange, you know? And I don't mean to be, like, the white knight, like, chivalrous fucking incel or whatever parasocial nonsense coming to Jaden's defense. But, like, it's a weird fucking phenomenon I've seen. We're gonna bring it back to Has Been Hotel for a second. You know, it's okay to be attracted to ace characters. That's not the issue. You know, you're going to like who you like, whether they are asexual or allosexual. You can't control it. But it becomes an issue when people think that being ace is something that can be fixed. Because much like being, you know, gay and trans, you're fucking born that way, you know? Just like how you can't control who you like, ace people can't control the fact that they don't really feel sexual attraction towards people. And there is no problem with it. And the people that find an issue with it, I feel like probably don't have good relationships with other people. They don't know how to build healthy relationships with other people, you know? So they rely on sex, which just, if that's what the foundation of your relationship is built upon, fine, that's all good, that's fine. But when you're pushing that sort of like narrative onto other relationships, it's harmful. And I'm talking about this from personal experience, from a friend that I've fallen out of friendship with. I don't know how to explain it. You know, they found it such a very bad thing that I was ace and my partner isn't. But we have been going strong for years and we're fine, you know? Because that's not the main foundation of our relationship. And again, if it is for other relationships, that's perfectly fine, to each their own. But pushing that onto other people, other canonically ace characters, other creators that have talked about being ace, it's a little strange. It feels like we're just something that's broken, something to gawk at because we're weird, you know? But it's not a weird thing. It's weird when you try to fix something that isn't broken by, I don't know, draw them getting boned, talking about them in a sexual way, calling someone a goth mommy for having tattoos and black hair. I hope Colleen finds a different sense of humor or something, because eventually their audience is going to get bored, and I know I'm getting bored as a bystander. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much for watching. Like if you liked, or subscribe if you want to. Don't forget to stretch, because carpal tunnel's a bitch. Bye bye.